Hey guys, it's Dan from Generation Productions, and we're talking about Star Wars. But not just any kind of Star Wars. We're talking about the prequel trilogy, and one of the ones part of this was a requested review for me to do. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's give it a second. Oh, by the way, the music is done by Rise Records, done by John Williams, and done by the artist Galactic Empire. So let's have a crack at it. And also the trailers are from 20th Century Fox, which now Disney owns. So let's crack into it. A sort of like a new epic trailer as well. So why not? Here we go.
Communications disruption can mean only one thing. Please. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge. Begin landing your troops.
Okay, so that was a little bit of a look into the Phantom Menace. That was episode 1, and I think the battery's going to run out short, so I'm going to try and make this quick. So, like I said, the Phantom Menace, it was made a few years ago now, and to be honest, a lot of people dissed that trilogy of movies, episodes 1, 2, and 3. Now, to be honest, I reckon Lucas shouldn't have really gone there myself, because in that series we have Qui-Gon Jinn sort of stating that the Force is done by metachlorines, which is like this little tiny bacterial cellular life form that somehow is genetically engineered or basically born of, natural causes, and causes the whole concept of being these metachlorians, which is this little life form that inhabits the human or animal or plant or everything that lives. This little creature does that. Now, I really don't like that, because when we established in New Hope and Return of the Jedi and all that stuff, it started off more like a religion. It was more like the Jedi and the Force and everything was basically almost like a spiritual energy. Now it's sort of just passed off as being a bacterial infection, or some sort of natural mutation that's caused in some people, a bit like X-Men, which to me I did not really like. Like I said, the idea that the Force is nothing more than just some sort of creature that's inhabiting human bodies or animal bodies or alien bodies, and it's just using all the Force powers you see is basically this creature's defense mechanism, which I think is kind of grrr. So I don't like that sort of adaptation, but I love the new lightsabers. That's the best thing about the thing is the new lightsaber effects, and basically giving a bit of a background story that was actually feels like it actually. This is one thing. The trilogy 1, 2, and 3 movies feel like it's actually supposed to be part of the other trilogy series, like New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi. It feels like it should be a part of that. And because it feels like it should be a part of it, some fans still don't like it. There's some Star Wars purists who say no, don't go anywhere near the prequel trilogy and just go back just to the original movies, because the original movies with Luke Skywalker are the best. Now, true, story-wise, the original Star Wars trilogy is absolutely brilliant. However, they were limited in their technology, and they were limited in what they could actually physically do, like planets and aliens and stuff like that. That's the reason why I love the remastered versions of those movies and the prequel trilogy, because they did upgrade the graphics. And to be honest, I love the stories about Obi-Wan Kenobi, doing his thing, the story about him and Qui-Gon, and all the stuff about the Jedi before it was established about Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and this awesome lightsaber. But that being said, though, it's really sketchy, because a lot of fans don't like it, and then there's some of me who kind of now sort of, I didn't like it originally either, but now I seem well, since we've got the new Disney, or as I call it, that's short for Disney. Disney has made their own Star Wars trilogy of movies, and no offense, but look, to be honest, The Force Awakens was tolerable. The can't remember what the middle one was. The Force Awakens, I think. I think that's what it was. The Force Awakens. That was tolerable. No, The Force Awakens was the first movie. The second one, I can't even remember the second one. That's how bad it is. And then you got the third movie, which is, like I said, The Rise of Skywalker. And to be honest, Rise of Skywalker, to be honest, it's not really a rise of a Skywalker, if you think about it. I mean, basically all that happens is that Rey takes on the name of Luke Skywalker's family name after being announced that she's been a Palpatine all this time and being a Sith, part of the Sith. So, to be honest, that new trilogy is bullshit, and I really do actually think Star Wars Episode 1 is better. Even much as people don't like this, but I even say that Jar Jar Binks, at least he was done for comedic value. But then it makes you wonder. I hear there's a thing floating around the net that maybe he was even a Sith Lord, which makes sense as well, considering he allowed Palpatine to actually take charge of the Senate. So don't know where to go to with that. But yeah, I didn't mind Jar Jar Binks. I used to eat the lolly tongue candies. I used to have like a flicky tongue Jar Jar Binks head until it broke. So I was flicking it everywhere. So Jar Jar Binks to me wasn't really a big problem. I mean, he was just basically there for comic relief, and I think there's been too much hate about Jar Jar Binks. Now, the other thing about this YouTuber, not YouTuber, Facebooker, who said that I should do this video, he said, well, what's my thoughts on uh, Darth Maul? Well, to be honest, I think he's being a Christian. I think he's supposed to be almost look like Satan, even though I know Darth Maul's people aren't really that bad. You know, the female versions and the male versions of that race, not really bad people. They just look quite almost demonic or Satan-like. Especially with Darth Maul with the red face paint and the red and the black face paint. So I don't know where you wanted to go to with that, but I'm not really a fan of Darth Maul. Because of his similar connotations to his looks, to try and look very much like a Satan or a demon-looking character. There's no reflection on that alien's race or whatever. It's just I don't like the way Darth Maul looks. There was also another one of his characters that looks like Darth Maul, but it's not Darth Maul. Another character that looks similar to that in trying to think, Knights of the Old Republic, and he's quite cool to hang out with. And I give him a double-bladed lightsaber in honor of Darth Maul. But as much as I don't really like Darth Maul that much, he gets cut in half, and then you see him come back in Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. So where do you go to with that? The guy gets cut in half and then he comes back. You assume he's dead, and then he comes back. So again, proving that death in the Star Wars universe is only substantial, because you never know when the character may come back as a clone, come back as a Force ghost, or come back as something different. But overall, the movie itself, a verdict of the actual Star Wars, not the Clone Wars, that's the next one after. Star Wars, Episode 1, quite good movie. I do like the movie. It's very, very interesting. I mean, it sort of is kind of lame with, like I said, the midichlorians and the idea that somehow, Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, was somehow born of the Force, or shall we say the midichlorians, by cloning or some other means. I find that kind of gross, because it's kind of like crossing religion with science. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Leave a comment below if you think what your thoughts are about that, about crossing science with religion. I don't know. But overall, thank you people for watching, and have a great day, people. Bye.